Welcome, listeners, to LENZO'S MEMOIRS. On this episode, we continue with the discussion of the cashless policy drive of the CBN in Nigeria. Now, I have mentioned it several times that there seems to be a lack of understanding of the social sphere by the CBN and its governor. Things are unfolding, and the updates are really not encouraging. And the funniest part is, the CBN does nothing but instruct the banks. I maintain, if you look at this, is the 5th episode I'll be doing about this issue in about a week. There's a total disjoint of between what the problem is and what the CBN is always saying. Now, why I say this is because as of today, Thursday, the 2nd of February, the CBN has come out with instructions, as usual, to the banks who they control, and that they should now make new naira available to customers on the counter. Now, what exactly is the impact of this announcement concerning the general, complaints of Nigerians? What impact, what is the drop in the ocean that the 20,000 naira they will collect at the counter? Now, they're already collecting 20,000 naira from the ATM that they cannot get. Is it now by saying they should move into the bank that you have solved the problem? I am not claiming to be wise, but if you find the same kind of discussion, arguments, questions, you see the same kind of reactions all over the place, you really don't need a soothsayer or a babalao to tell you that you are only playing with serious chaos. Now, here are some of the updates. From the social media, there's a woman that went half naked in the bank. Now, it is not the display of madness of her nakedness that is key to me, but what she was saying. She said her kids had not been to school for 2 days. You see, I said in my previous episode, I said there is lack of empathy on the part of CBN. It is a back-end discussion for a front-end solution. Now, they keep dishing out instructions. Right from when I said, look, download your e-naira. Yes, it is for me still the only way you can actually achieve the cashless policy. But they are not, I keep complaining, they are not doing anything to drive that integration. They are adamant by giving instructions they will get there. Now, people are running mental in Nigeria right now. Now, and the entire discussion is like baseless as far as I'm concerned. That's the only word I have. Now, there is scarcity of cash. Let's leave this dichotomy of new and old naira. Be it new naira or old naira, no cash is available. Now, from every single data coming out from the streets, people are hoarding the money. Now, with these things clear-cut as they are, because I was reading where Governor El Rufai was saying that there's a local government bigger than Anambra State that has only one bank. Now, this is not lip service. It is the reality. Now, what is the design integration for this cashless policy in those environments? The CBN governor is not even being questioned. I know he has gone to the house, but he must give us, process by process concerning this monetary policy. It is not wishful thinking. Look, the one that everybody is going to, which are these bank servers? They are failing. Someone sends 5,000, it doesn't go. Someone sends another 5,000, it doesn't go. You now go to the bank, they tell you to come 1 week later. I mean, please, for those of you in positions of authority, to the president of the country, it is not a must. We must not kill ourselves, because the most painful part of everything is the fact that these monies in question are ours. They were not given to us by government. Now hustle. Now, to now live your life based on your hustle, I mean, these people are playing with it. I understand what they are trying to achieve, but I keep saying there's a disjoint. There is no, you see, the CBN is not about new naira design. The problem is not new naira design. The problem is there is no cash for our everyday activities. You see, you must define the problem well to solve it. CBN always going that they will design, they will send you new naira. What has that? What that? Nobody is even bothered about. Just even collect naira now. Now, part of my update. Yesterday, I sat down in the hood. Some people came, and as usual, my guy Pure, he doesn't collect transfer self. They now started telling him that, bros, you know the way the country is. Transfer, he said no, they collect. But since life must go on, and my guy now Risha, now demigod MP. You see, the demigods we worship in this country, let me explain them to you. Leave all these, your bravado, your lavish, and all those ones. I reach now for your pocket. You see, those we cannot do without. The backbone where they carry the country. You see, those where they sell us waiting with a chow, waiting with a drink. You see all those beer parlor people where they sell beer, give us when we want, when we want relax. Those are the backbone. Now them gonna be backbone. You see, as humans, we don't top up fuel, we top up food. Now, how would the CBN roll out a policy without integrating these people into it? It surprises me. They are using back-end data that they see, back-end data. The data comes in through NIMS and everything, and they are reading out as interpretation to reality. Come on, fair. You can align it, malign it. Yes, that it functions that way. But you don't use it as a direct interpretation of reality now. Because when you see a transaction, there's a lot of information you don't have. I keep saying it. You do not have the spending power of the naira as data. I insist it. 1,000 naira that 1,000 naira note can service 1,000 people. Value change. I buy something 1,000, I give you. That same 1,000, you give someone. You understand? That's how it works. You are just looking at the back end. This work that the naira is doing is not being captured by any data. I insist. If I'm wrong, someone should please tell me, because I love my country. I don't want chaos. But when people start going naked in the bank, complaining that their kids can't eat, then what are we really trying to push? What is that thing that we are trying to force? Because it's an election season. The balance of it is very critical. If not that, some people will take advantage of it to cause serious chaos. You keep hearing things on people's mouths. Why? Nigerians are frustrated in so many ways, and you are not adding this frustration. It's like, to me, that the CBN is setting us up for chaos. They are not saying anything. How can you, as the CBN, say that in all this chaos that you are seeing, that you are hearing, in all this madness, that your only solution is that we should just go from ATM point of sale now and enter bank and go and queue to collect 20,000 naira? How many seconds do you really think all the money you release is going to last? I was sitting there yesterday in the hood. Someone said that the money he has right now is only managing it. He said because one way, he got 20,000 naira new notes. So every day he's coming out, he's just taking it little by little. And I keep telling people, you are bringing these monies to be heard. The major thing to achieve a cashless policy or a resemblance of it is you must fill that void. You must, and it's very funny, really, because the e-naira that has been so created, what about it? Now, because in all these complaints that I hear, you understand, not one person talks about the e-naira. And I have been complaining since that why is the CBN not even driving its awareness, its existence? The only thing people know about, because they've been using it for a long time, is bank transfer. But you see, these bank transfers don't solve issues the way they think it does, because there is no front-end data. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, on getting to the hood, I saw boys. It's happened. These boys, what they do for area? Apparently, someone bought a car and, as usual, street for Lagos now. They themselves won't chop inside. And it was not as if it was a fight. But we're in a cashless era. There's even no cash. So they went to a POS place and they sent the money. Transferred it. Now, but here's the issue with that. The amount was street money. The money belongs to the street too. He had to enter someone's account. Now, when he enters that account, everybody started to follow. Because now street money. And look, if you guys really have any idea of the kind of fight that kind of money can cause, you will not play with it. Assuming it was cash, everybody go collect him there and then. Everybody waka. But now, because it's cashless, the person that collected the money is the one with the money. So they start to tell him. He can't get one of my guys. He came with them. I'd never ever met him before. And we actually had some very, very serious and lovely discussions that I'll really do a podcast, but I think I'll prefer a parliament, with him, so that he can actually be the one to really say some of these things. But I went on to have a very lovely discussion with the guy because he started with C, nothing, reach me. I was not telling him, you calm down. You now streets now. Just calm down. There's still small boys with this. But I'm trying to explain with this that you must make it work. It must, the cashless policy must work the way Naira works. Now, once you cannot get that design, you have a big problem. And I keep on saying, in my own reality, really, conceptually, I think I know a way we can actually run it. I am not boasting. I'm not saying it's perfect. But I think there's just one little information that there's that spend interface that they've really not come up with. There must be a spend interface. You see, I think their design has been more on just connect from me to you. Why that is not a Naira function. Because the function of Naira changes form. The value remains the same, but it does actually work. You see, it's not about you transferring 20,000 Naira to me, 500 Naira to me. It's still about it, but there are lots of dynamics in it because it is not just one figure. And I feel that with the digital currency, we can still achieve the same thing we are achieving with physical cash. Believe you me, if we are ingenious and, we sit down with Jojo and we discuss the problem, not this all over the place things that CBN is talking. They are sounding more like confused. I don't know how you say it, but because how does collecting 20,000 Naira from the counter, the same 20,000 Naira you can collect from the ATM, how does that resolve the issue? And in areas, because when you look at the spread of the banks on a national level, it is grossly inadequate. Why is the CBN always now just talking to banks? Like they said, some local government has only one bank. And I've said it before on previous episodes. There's a system outside the banking sector that works based on POS. They've been running it for years. And it is based on hoarding. They will hold the money and recycle it. So the only peak that CBN has into it is, you understand, just data. When the POS person says that, okay, I'm giving you this has entered my account, you understand? But they are paying out the physical cash. You have not tried to capture this data or integrate into it. You just keep giving instructions. To who really? Please, when you start seeing people go naked in banks, please. Please. It's serious now. If you don't know how, just calm down. Just calm down. I keep saying it. I believe that the solution they have, that's what pains me the most, in-era. We need to find a way to integrate it into the system socially. It's a social thing. It's not what they are saying. You see, it's a social sphere. It's an acceptance. There's an understanding to the workings. I'm telling you. Because all this I see, well, to the glory of God, all things are. Anyhow, we be for this country, Nigeria. This is my beloved country. Me and mine go do all right. And I wish every other person to peace, man. But CBN, confusion, they load for on our side, though.